Hello students, welcome back to today's one more video lecture on alcohols. I think uh, today today's video it is the seventh video on the that is based on the alcohols. Up till now we have studied in the first video I have taken that definition and classification, then after that nomenclature. Then methods of preparation. There are two videos. I have prepared two videos on that methods of preparation. Then now physical properties and reactions. Alcohols, they give different two types of the reactions. First of all, we have seen the reactions in which there is a cleavage or breaking of that OH bond. Reaction is due to the cleavage of OH bonds, and in that reactions we have studied the reaction with sodium metal, that is, and reaction with carboxylic acid, that is esterification reaction. Then reaction is due to the cleavage of C and OH bond. In that reactions we have studied the reactions with halo acid, that is reactions with HCl, HBr, HI, Lucas reagent. Then that mixture of anhydrous CH2 and HCl, that is known as Lucas reagent. Then after that we have seen the reaction with PCl3, PCl5. And then in the previous lecture we have studied that dehydration reaction, that is formation of alkenes. That dehydration is carried by using concentrated H2SO4 and also by using that another dehydrating agent, that is alumina, that is Al2O3. Now there are only two reactions are remaining, that is oxidation of alcohols. Now today we will first of all see the oxidation of alcohols, this one, and then dehydrogenation of alcohols. Now oxidation means removal of hydrogen atoms from alcohols, and that two hydrogen atoms combines with oxygen atom, and there is a formation of H2 molecules. Here different oxidizing agents. Oxidizing agents means that the reagents, they have capacity to provide such type of the oxygen, that is nascent oxygen for oxidation, and it is a nascent oxygen. There are so many oxidizing agents, but they have peculiar characters. Here chromic acid, that is CrO3, that is one of the important oxidizing. It is a strong oxidizing agent. There is another oxidizing agent is there, alkaline KMnO4, alkaline potassium permanganate, that is also oxidizing agent. Then dilute HNO3 also. Now mechanism is same, but if we have used the different oxidizing agents, डिफरंट आपण जर वेगवेगळे ऑक्सिडायझिंग एजंट जर यूज केले तर मेकॅनिझम सारखाच होणार आहे. तयार तर अल्कोहोल्सपासून आल्डिहाइड्स आणि कार्बोक्सिलिक ॲसिड्सच तयार होतील. फक्त देर इज वन मोर रिड्युसिंग एजंट, दॅट इज नोन ॲज पिरिडिनियम क्लोरोक्रोमेट. आता हा ऑक्सिडायझिंग एजंट याची पिक्युलियर कॅरेक्टर हा आहे की इट रिड्युसेस दिस पिरिडियम क्लोरोक्रोमेट, इट रिड्यूस ओनली, इट ऑक्सिडायझेस OH ग्रुप into aldehydes only, but these acidified K2, there is one more reducing agent, that is K2Cr2O7 and dilute H2SO4 is also there. Now this reducing agent K2Cr2O7 and dilute H2SO4, it oxidizes alcohols into aldehydes and ketones, and further that aldehydes and ketones oxidizes into carboxylic acids. म्हणजे PCC जर घेतलं तर एका स्टेपमध्येच रिॲक्शन होईल, पण K2Cr2O7 डायल्यूट H2SO4 घेतलं किंवा CrO3 जर घेतलं तर हे स्ट्रॉंग ऑक्सिडायझिंग एजंट आहेत, दोन स्टेपमध्ये रिॲक्शन्स होती. आपण आता ते प्रायमरी अल्कोहोलचं काय होतं, सेकंडरी अल्कोहोलचं कसं ऑक्सिडेशन होतं, दॅट विल सी वन बाय वन. हियर आय हॅव टेकन हियर, आय हॅव गिवन हियर डिफरंट ऑक्सिडायझिंग एजंट्स यूज्ड फॉर द ऑक्सिडेशन ऑफ अल्कोहोल्स. CrO3, alkaline KMnO4, PCC means pyridinium chlorochromate and dilute HNO3. Fifth one is K2Cr2O7 and dilute H2SO4. First of all, we see the oxidation of primary alcohols. Now this oxidation reaction is also used to distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols also. Here now PCC and CrO3 convert alcohols into aldehydes and ketones. See this one, it is important. This PCC and CrO3, these two oxidizing agents converts now here when primary alcohol is oxidized by using K2Cr2O7 and dilute H2SO4, then aldehyde is obtained, which on further oxidation gives carboxylic acid with same number of carbon atoms. That is important. After the oxidation of primary alcohols, we will get the acid that contains the same number of carbon atoms. In secondary alcohols, obtained acid contains one carbon atom less. And in case of tertiary alcohols on oxidation use two carbon atoms less than alcohols. That property is used to distinguish between primary, secondary and tertiary alcohols. Here now we will see the oxidation of primary alcohols. Where it is a ethyl alcohol, it is the primary alcohol CH3CH2OH. On addition of oxidation मैं सरल खाली लिहितोय by using K2Cr2O7 and dilute H2SO4. It is oxidizing agent. It gives. See this one now. This H, this oxygen, these two hydrogen atoms combines with the oxygen atom. Here now formation of aldehyde takes place. CH3 CH double bond O. Here this carbon atom it is attached to two hydrogen atoms. हा एक हायड्रोजन कंबाईन होईल H2O तयार होईल आणि इथं CH3CH या कार्बनमधला एक बॉन्ड इकडचा व्हॅकंट झाला, इकडचा एक व्हॅकंट बॉन्ड झाला आणि कार्बन ऑक्सिजनमध्ये डबल बॉन्ड तयार होईल, अल्डिहाइड तयार होईल. नाउ दिस अल्डिहाइड ऑन further oxidation, again further oxidation means by using that K2Cr2O7 and dilute H2SO4, there is addition of one more oxygen atom takes place here and it gives the final product, that is here this oxygen goes to this hydrogen atom, oxygen ला hydrogen attach होईल आणि OH मध्ये convert होईल आणि it gives the product like this CH3 C double bond OH. It is acetic acid or ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid is the IUPAC name. इथं लिहिलंय मी ethanoic acid, acetic acid. How will you convert ethanol? It is ethanol into acetic acid. असा जर क्वेश्चन विचारला तर तुम्हाला हे इथपर्यंतच्या दोन स्टेपमध्ये रिॲक्शन करावी लागेल. नाव दिस इन प्रायमरी अल्कोहोल्स व्हॉट हॅपन्स हिअर, दिस अल्कोहोल इथॅनॉल इट कंटेन्स टू कार्बन ॲटम्स, याच्यामध्ये दोन कार्बन आहेत अँड ऑब्टेन्ड ॲसिड दॅट ऑल्सो कंटेन्स टू कार्बन ॲटम. इट मीन्स दॅट आफ्टर ऑक्सिडेशन ऑफ प्रायमरी अल्कोहोल्स into the carboxylic acid, the number of carbon atoms present in that acid as well as present in that alcohol are remains same. There is no change in the number of carbon atoms. Here now we will see the example of that same, but we will see the reaction of that. See this one now, oxidation by using PCC. Now PCC, it oxidizes the alcohol into only aldehyde stage. It does not oxidize that aldehyde into carboxylic acid. It is a mild oxidizing agent. See this one. When ethyl alcohol is oxidized by using PCC, then acetaldehyde is obtained. See this one. CH3 CH2OH plus O in the presence of PCC, pyridinium क्लोरोक्रोमेट. याचं स्ट्रक्चर मी तुम्हाला बाजूला काढून दिलेलं आहे. इट ऑक्सिडायजेस नाव दिस वन CH3 हा कार्बन आहे, या कार्बनला दोन हायड्रोजन मी असे सेपरेट काढतो आणि पुढं OH आहे, हा एक H निघून जाईल, हा H निघून जाईल अँड देर इज अ डबल बॉन्ड फॉर्मेशन प्लस these two hydrogen atoms combines with oxygen atom formation of H2 takes place, aldehyde. It gives acetaldehyde or it is known as ethanol. It is ethanol. How will you convert ethanol into ethanol? असं जर विचारलं तर then you have to write this one, this reaction. Okay. Here now it is regarding about the primary alcohols. Now secondary alcohols here. Secondary alcohols on oxidation. Secondary alcohols. See this one here. Secondary alcohol on oxidation use. Now secondary alcohols require strong oxidizing agent than primary alcohols. Here now, oxidation of these strong secondary alcohols, it is isopropyl alcohol or sec propyl alcohol on oxidation. Oxidation means addition of nascent oxygen in the presence of chromium CrO3. It is another oxidizing agent, that is CrO3. Strong oxidizing agent is required here, कारण हा जो कार्बन कार्बनमधला इथं बॉन्ड ब्रेक होतो. In the now see this one, these two hydrogen atoms that combines with this oxygen, and there is a formation of CH3, C double bond O, CH3 plus H2O. It is acetone. आणि आपल्या पुस्तकामध्ये याला आणखी स्ट्रॉंग ऑक्सिडाइजिंग एजंट जर यूज केला त्याचं कन्वर्जन ॲसिडमध्ये होतं. But in our book, textbook, this reaction is given up to this level only, acetone. Conversion of isopropyl alcohol or propanol into acetone, or it is also known as propanone. Here I have given this reaction here. CH3 CHOH CH3 in the presence of CrO3, it gives CH3 plus H2O. It is regarding about the secondary alcohol. Secondary alcoholचं ऑक्सिडेशन झालं, अल्डिहाइड्स आणि किटोन्स मिळतात, फक्त प्रायमरी सेकंडरी अल्कोहोलचं फक्त किटोन्स मिळतात. देन विल गो फॉर द टर्शियरी अल्कोहोल्स. आता ऑक्सिडेशनमध्ये जर म्हणत असाल, जसजसं आपण पुढे जाऊया, प्रायमरी अल्कोहोलचं ऑक्सिडेशन इझी होतं दॅन सेकंडरी अल्कोहोल्स, अँड सेकंडरी अल्कोहोल्स अंडरगोज इझिली ऑक्सिडेशन दॅन दॅट ऑफ टर्शियरी अल्कोहोल्स. टर्शियरी अल्कोहोल्सचं जर ऑक्सिडेशन केलं आपण, टर्शियरी अल्कोहोल्स वेन tertiary alcohol, I have taken here now the example is another like this, CH3 CH3CH3OH. It is a third butyl alcohol. Here I have taken the example here. Third butyl alcohol on oxidation. Oxidation means addition of nascent hydrogen. मी अशी खाली रिएक्शन लिहितो. Here we have to use the oxidizing agent like K2Cr2O7 and dilute H2SO4. Here it is now the bond between this carbon and oxygen and this carbon carbon bond. हा कार्बन कार्बन बॉन्ड इथं ब्रेक व्हायला एवढं इझी नाही आहे, म्हणून याचं अगोदर काय होतं, याचं ऑक्सिडेशन होऊन आल्किनमध्ये कन्वर्जन होतं. बघा, म्हणजे इथलचा एक हायड्रोजन निघून जाईल, हा OH निघून जाईल, हायड्रोजन निघून जाईल, OH निघून जाईल. ऑक्सिजन पहिल्या स्टेपमध्ये ॲड करायची गरज नाही. अँड इट गिव्ज CH3. बघा, इथलचा एक हायड्रोजन, इथलचा OH, म्हणजे काय झालं, हे डबल बॉन्ड CH2 प्लस H2O. इट इज isobutylene formation takes place, or 2-methylpropene. इथं दिले मी पहिली स्टेप बघा, CH3 third butyl alcohol, K2Cr2O7, CH3 double bond CH2 plus H2O. Okay, here now this compound on oxidation, further oxidation, आता इथं ऑक्सिजनचं ॲडिशन होईल, नेसेंट ऑक्सिजन ॲड होईल, आणि इथं मात्र तुम्हाला याचं जर ऑक्सिडेशन करायचं असेल तर इथं स्ट्रॉंग ऑक्सिडाइजिंग एजंट लागतो. इन्स्टेड ऑफ दॅट K2Cr2O7 and dilute H2SO4, we have to use here CrO3. It is also necessary. Now here what happens here, again here the bond between these two carbon atoms breaks here. हा पूर्ण बॉन्ड ब्रेक होईल. Here 4 oxygen atoms will be required. We have to write the balanced equation. आता बघा, CH3 मी इतका बाटलेला आहे, हा डबल बॉन्ड ब्रेक झाला, या दोन्ही डबल बॉन्डला एक ऑक्सिजन अटॅच झाला, म्हणजे काय झालं, तयार आहे ॲसिटोन तयार झालं. आता इथं जे 3 ऑक्सिजन शिल्लक आहेत, 3 ऑक्सिजन, 1 कार्बन आणि 2 हायड्रोजन, 1 कार्बन आणि 2 ऑक्सिजन कंबाईन झाले की CO2 तयार होईल, आणि राहिलेले 2 हायड्रोजन आणि 1 ऑक्सिजन कंबाईन झाला की H2O. इट गिव्ज, you have to write the balance. I have taken here the reaction. CH3 C double bond CH2 plus 4O CrO3. It gives CH3 C double bond CH3 plus CO2 plus H2O. In this way we will get here acetone or propanone. Now then after that this compound on further oxidation, पुन्हा आता ह्याचं ऑक्सिडेशन पुन्हा होतं प्रोपॅनोनचं, that again takes place in the presence of CrO3. Heat it gives. आता इथं मात्र पुन्हा इथं we have to add here 4 nascent oxygen atoms are required here. And now see this one, हा जो बॉन्ड आहे, एक बॉन्ड कार्बन आणि कार्बन मधला बॉन्ड ब्रेक होईल. इथलचा जो हा बॉन्ड आहे, सी दिस वन, हा जो कार्बन आणि कार्बन मधला बॉन्ड आहे, इथं लिहिलंय मी इथं वरती, हे CrO3 ची तिसरी रिएक्शन शेवटची, CrO3 4O gives CH3COH plus CO2 plus H2O. Here now CH3 C double bond CH3, the bond between these two carbon atoms breaks here. हा ब्रेक झाला, C double bond O, इथलचा एक H आणि हा ऑक्सिजन कंबाईन होऊन CH3 C double bond O OH means acetic acid or ethanoic acid. ॲसिटिक ॲसिड फॉर्मेशन टेक्स प्लेस. ॲसिटिक ॲसिड तयार होईल, म्हणजे एक ऑक्सिजन झाला इथं कंबाईन झाला, एक H इथं कंबाईन झाला, पुन्हा राहिलेला एक कार्बन आणि एक O2 आणि पुन्हा एक H2O. It means that in the first step there is no use of oxygenation, addition of no hydrogen, but in the second and third step there is addition of 4 nascent oxygen atoms takes place, and we will get here acetic acid. We have started this oxidation from that third butyl alcohol that contains 4 carbon atoms, but the final product which is formed, that is acetic acid, that contains 2 carbon atoms. It means that during the oxidation of tertiary alcohols, obtained product, that is acid, contains 2 carbon atoms less than that of alcohol. That you have to remember. In this way we have completed this oxidation. Then there is one more reaction, that is dehydrogenation. Another reaction is dehydrogenation of alcohols. ही सुद्धा रिएक्शन वरच्या सारखीच आहे. डिहायड्रोजनेशन मीन्स रिमूव्हल ऑफ हायड्रोजन ॲटम्स. OH मधला एक H काढायचा, ॲडजस्टंट कार्बनचा हायड्रोजन एक रिमूव्ह करायचा आणि H2च्या फॉर्ममध्ये H2 गॅस इलिमिनेट होईल. ती दॅट इज नोन ॲज डिहायड्रोजनेशन रिएक्शन. हे रिएक्शन इज, अँड हिअर इन दिस रिएक्शन देर इज अ फॉर्मेशन ऑफ aldehydes. Primary alcohols gives aldehydes, secondary alcohols gives ketones. See this one. Now I will do the reaction. Dehydrogenation of alcohols, removal of hydrogen atoms from that OH group. One of the hydrogen is removed from OH and another is removed from the adjacent CH2 group. हे दोन हायड्रोजन कंबाईन होईल आणि H2 रिमूव्ह होईल, H2 इलिमिनेट होईल. या रिएक्शनमध्ये H2 इलिमिनेट होत असल्यामुळे या रिएक्शनला आपण काय म्हणतोय, डिहायड्रोजनेशन रिएक्शन. हिअर सी दिस वन, आय हॅव टेकन हिअर जनरल रिएक्शन RCH2OH. मी स्ट्रक्चरल फॉर्म्युला काढतोय. सी दिस वन, RCH2OH. Now for dehydrogenation we have to heat this alcohol up to 573 Kelvin in the presence of metal like copper. हा एक हायड्रोजन निघून जाईल आणि H2 गॅस इलिमिनेट होईल, and there is a double bond formation takes place between carbon and oxygen like this, and it is aldehyde formation takes place in case of that primary alcohols. Primary alcohol जर असेल तर aldehyde तयार होईल. Already I have given this reaction here, RCH2OH, RCHO plus H2. Then after that, below I have taken here is an example of ethanol plus Cu573 gives CH3 double bond plus H2. Similarly, secondary alcohols. Secondary alcohol here I have taken the secondary alcohol here. Example RCHOH. This hydrogen atom combines with this hydrogen and there is formation of H2 molecule, and there is a double bond between carbon and oxygen atom, and there is a ketone formation takes place. You have to remember that during the dehydrogenation, primary alcohol gives aldehyde, secondary alcohol gives ketone, as like that of oxidation reaction. But difference between that two reactions is that there is a formation of byproduct H2O and here is the formation of H2O. See here now, tertiary alcohols. I have taken here one more example of that. Secondary alcohol also. Here one, isopropyl alcohol, CH3CHCHOH in the presence of copper 573 gives acetone. And then tertiary alcohols again, but tertiary alcohols undergoes dehydrogenation to give alkenes. That is the difference. Tertiary alcohols gives alkenes. I have taken here the reaction CH3CCH3 C double bond OH, CH3CH3COH at the temperature in the presence of copper at 573 Kelvin gives CH3 double bond CH2 plus H2O2 methyl prop 1-ene. That is the difference. Means after dehydrogenation, primary alcohols gives aldehydes, secondary alcohols gives ketones, but tertiary alcohols gives alkene. That you have to remember. Then the final part of this chapter from this alcohol is uses of alcohols are used as solvent for paints and varnishes. Alcohols are सगळ्यात महत्त्वाचा यूज सॉल्व्हंट पण यूज होतो. And another is Ethyl alcohol is also used as anti-freeze agent in automobile radiators. Anti-freeze agent म्हणून सुद्धा याचा यूज होतो. These are the important uses of alcohols. With this we have completed alcohols also. In the next lecture I will take that another part, that is phenols. Today we stop here. Thank you.